Hi friends, Mickey Mankis here and welcome to Out the Back Door. I'm just going peachy today. I've already made a peach pie. I've got slices of peaches in the dehydrator right now, and I want to finish up using the peaches that I have to make like a peach cobbler crisp. So that's what we're going to be doing today. This is the tail end of my peaches. These are the ones that are bruised up and that I just didn't want to use in anything else. So I thought, well, they're going to hide under a crunchy topping crust anyway, so might as well do this. So that's why I decided I was going to make the peach cobbler. No, peach crisp. Yeah, we're going to call it a peach crisp. What I'm doing right now is I'm just going to be peeling the peels off of the peaches. I will trim off any areas that are really bruised and discolored. And 2, 4, 6. I've got like 6 peaches here right now. I have 2 more in the refrigerator that I was having problems trying to get them to come apart nicely to begin with when I was making the pie. And I was going to put them in the freezer so that I could use in like frozen yogurt. And so if I see that I'm going to be doing a 9x13 pan. And if I see that I need more peaches, I'll pull those out because I haven't put them into the freezer yet. Now this is a very simple recipe. All I'm going to be doing is slicing these up and I'm going to toss them in. I'm not even spraying the pan or anything to grease it. But later on, that might come back to haunt me. I don't know. Okay, so once I get them peeled, I'm just going to be more or less quartering them. Kind of like when I did the canned peaches, this is what I did when I put them in the jars. And I'm just going to be laying them into my baking dish here. And I'll try to get them in there somewhat evenly. All right, I'm going to continue this up and I'll get right back to you. All right, I've got all my slices of peaches in the bottom here and everything, and now I'm going to make the topping. I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour in here right now, and I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and I like to use the Ceylon cinnamon. I'm going to be putting 1½ cups of long cooking oats. Next I want to put in brown sugar, 2 cups worth. I'm not quite sure why I store it in a container like this because I can't get any of my measuring cups in there. Well, I guess I can, my quarter cup, but I also have my oven preheating at 350 degrees Fahrenheit right now. And I've got a baking sheet out there because I'm going to set my peach crisp on top of that because a lot of times my baked goods like to bubble over if I get them really filled to the top. Well, I'm making my usual mess. But like I said, I have just been going nuts on the peaches today. I needed to use them up because they were at the tail end of being usable. Okay, so I've got, let's see, make sure, I'm looking at my recipe list here. We've got the 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 cups of brown sugar in there, and 1½ cups of the regular oats, the long cooked oats. And I've got, I call it a pastry cutter, pastry blender. I don't know what you call it. I've always called it a pastry cutter. And I am just going to cut all of these ingredients together. All right, this is mixed really well right now. So next I'm going to be mixing in my butter, or I should say cutting in my butter. I've got 2 sticks, which equals 1 cup. And what I usually do, this is room temp right now. And if it's really hot where you are, don't do room temp, you want it cool. You want it to be able to cut apart easily in pats, chunks. And the only reason I'm doing this is because it's going to be able to cut up a lot easier once I start using the pastry cutter. See, I had it sitting over by the oven and I forgot I had the oven on and it's kind of getting soft on me. That's not too bad. All right. So now I'm going to cut my butter in carefully. I'm going to keep cutting it until it resembles crumbles. Now, if you haven't seen my video for rhubarb crisp, it's a really good recipe. This is actually the same thing, except I'm not using rhubarb and the sauce that I had to make for the rhubarb to make it thicker and everything. All I'm doing is putting the peaches in. The topping's exactly the same. The reason you want to make sure that your butter is cool, cold, like I said, I do mine room temperature, but it's cool enough around here to do that, is so that you're able to get this crumbly consistency. Because if your butter is too warm, it's just going to kind of like melt in together and make a mushy mess. Yeah, make a mushy mess. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take handfuls of this and sprinkle it over top. And I'm getting around the edges first because it seems like I always miss the edges. Now there's enough crumble mixture here that it should compensate for the peaches being as juicy as they are. We'll find out when I pull it out and let it cool a little bit. Alright, I'm getting ready to put this in the oven. Like I said, I've got it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to be baking it for 1 hour. And once that comes out, I'll show you what it looks like. Here's our peach crisp. Well, I'm hoping this is cool enough to cut. Mr. Mankus wanted a piece, and I'm cutting a little piece to try it out first. It's still nice and warm. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy this. So if you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up and share. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I really would like to hear from you. So until next time, you have a peachy day. God bless.